Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pecha Kwiatkowski, and we'll be talking about circuit analysis. Question 1 has you consider that a series circuit containing a volt battery and a 50 ohm, 80 ohm, and 80 ohm resistor, and it wants to know what the total amount of resistance is in the circuit. So in a series of circuit, the total resistance is equal to the sum of all resistances. So the total resistance is R1 plus R2, R3. In this case, it's 50 ohm plus 80 ohm plus 100 ohm, which equals a total resistance of 230 ohm. Question 2 has the question, what is the total current flow in the problem? Show your work. The force you need is voltage because it drives the flow of electricity or the current. So the voltage total is given, which is the 12 volts. Question 3, if 80 ohm resistor fails, will the 50 ohm and the 100 ohm resistor continue to operate? Why or why not? Yes, the 50 ohm and the 100 ohm resistor will continue to operate. The failure of the 80 ohm in the circuit will act as a jumper or a 0 ohm link and still allow the current to pass without any resistance. What would the total amount of resistance be if the resistors in question 1 were in a parallel circuit? Since each resistor only shows current passing through one branch, it only has a small effect on the total resistance of the circuit. So we take 1 over the resistance total, and we take all of our resistances and place it over 1, and we find that we get the total resistance of 23.529. Calculate the total resistance for the following circuit. First, you want to break down your circuit into a series of sections and parallel sections. And the total resistance of a series circuit is equal to the sum of all individual resistances. So just add them up to get your answer. So here we have 71.25 and 127.7, which gives us a total of 198.95. Describe and explain one advantage and one disadvantage of a series circuit used on an aircraft. An advantage is that the series circuit can provide efficiency by providing a circuit for numerous electrical components with a less chance of overheating while inside the aircraft. And disadvantages is if any part of the series stops working, the rest of the series will stop, i.e. for an example would be a light bulb, just like Xmas lights. Describe and explain one advantage and one disadvantage of a parallel circuit used on an aircraft. The parallel circuit allows for part of the circuit to not work, but the rest will continue to work. A disadvantage is that this requires more space and multiple wires. Describe and explain one advantage and one disadvantage of a series parallel circuit used on an aircraft. An advantage is, just in the series current, it is able to provide a current to numerous components. It is also able to provide a low resistance by having a higher resistance, meaning that you can have resistors that are of a higher grade, but if placed in a parallel circuit, the resistance will be lowered. The disadvantage is that it's very complex and requires a lot of wiring.